What's going on, everybody? It's Jay Bavolar here, and I'm a 100% Navy veteran, well, 100% disabled at that. And before I get into today's great video, I want to quickly remind you, you can get my book, Black Serviceman, Black Veteran, available right now on Amazon. I will put the link in the description. Also, if you feel stuck with your claim, you need help with your C&P exam, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me, and we'll get you where you need to go to. I'll put the link in the description as well with that. Also, please like, subscribe, share, comment. And what do I want to talk about for today? Today I want to talk about the biggest mistakes that veterans make on C&P exams. You know, got a C&P exam coming up. Some don't know what to do, maybe some don't know how to navigate the waters here. Well, here's where this video comes into play here. So I'm gonna say five mistakes that vets make when it comes to a C&P exam. Mistake number one, this is one of the most crucial ones: being late. Showing up 15, 30 minutes late. Like I've said in previous videos about C&P exams, try to be there at least 15 minutes early. Like they say, if you're on time, you're late. 15 minutes early, even if, let's just say, a couple of nights before, a couple of days before, whatever the case may be, do a trial run there. Calculate how much time it's going to take from you to get to your home or wherever you're coming from to the C&P exam site. Because a lot of times they can send you up to 100 miles. I've had an exam where I had to travel about an hour and 30 minutes away from where I live. So, do the things, you can't control the C&P. Do the things that you can control, and you can control getting there on time. Number two, or another mistake that's made, when you get to the exam, you start getting into small talk, or the examiner says, "Hey, how are you doing today?" You're going there for mental health, and you say, "Hey, I'm great. Couldn't be any better." A lot of veterans fall into that trap. Just tell them, "Hey, listen, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad. Hey, I'm alive. I'm doing okay. I've had better days." Those are things you can say. Number three, man, this one here is another one that's, I'm going to say, it's very crucial and pivotal to your exam. And that's being there unprepared. Now, what do I mean by being unprepared? For example, you don't bring your medical evidence with you, your prescriptions, things of that sort. You got to bring that stuff with you to the exam. I mean, you don't need to. It's not necessarily required per se, but you want to have that stuff and be prepared. Make sure that the examiner documents what's on, your DBQ, your Nexus letter, onto what they have, because that's the most important thing, is them documenting what you have for your medical evidence, or what you tell them. So number four, it's gonna tie into number three here, is downplaying or not knowing your symptoms. What do I mean by that? It makes all the difference in the world. You gotta understand, the VA is about semantics. So the words that they put in there, they're gonna put on their DBQ, their version of a DBQ. Then it goes to the rater. So a lot of times veterans go there, for example, and it makes all the difference in the world. If you're going there for mental health, downplaying, that's all the difference in the world between being 30% and being 70%. So obviously that's a huge gap. That's 40% in between those numbers. So that could be all the difference in the world between you being rated at 70%, being rated at 90%. You be rated at 90%, you be rated at 100%. Be mindful, the difference in the pay scale between 90 and 100% is like here. Think about it. It's about a $1,200 difference between 90 and 100%. So which one do you want? So you got to be mindful of that when you're talking. You got to know what the criteria is, right? You can find this stuff online. The rating criteria. You go to the CFR 38 on the VA it's on the VA website, and there's other sites, lawyer websites, VA claims insights, other resources that will tell you the rating criteria for a certain thing, for mental health or migraines. I'll give you another example. For example, migraines. Even the difference, if you're saying, don't downplay, if you're having frequent migraine headaches, you got to say that. You can't just say, well, hey, I'm having migraines, every so often. Well, then they're going to give you a lowball 10% rating if you're having it frequently. They say, hey, I have migraines once a month, as opposed to I'm having it 2 times a month and it's stopping me from going to work. It's causing me to miss days, take days without pay. That's the difference between a 30% and a 50% when it comes to migraines. So don't downplay your symptoms. Make sure you're articulating. Make sure that they're documenting what you have on your DBQ or Nexus letter onto their DBQ. That's what they're filling out to send to the VA. Because the VA, be mindful, the VA is going to take what the examiner said. That's how they figure out the rating criteria. And they're going to look at the words and see what rating criteria it fits under. Number 5, last and definitely not least, which will tie into the last 2 I just said, is assuming or leaving things to chance. Don't assume anything. That's why I say be prepared. Make sure you're bringing your exam with you. Not your exam, your DBQ or Nexus letter. Make sure you're bringing that with you to the exam. Make sure you're telling them your symptoms. If for mental health, you gotta say the things that's gonna put you at that 70% rating criteria. If you have, you're going there for migraines, you gotta make sure you're saying stuff that gets you a 50%. If you're going there for, let's just say, plantar fasciitis, you go there say what's gonna put you at that 30%. Sleep apnea, what's gonna put you at 50%. You need to know those things, and don't just think, oh well, it's all on my DBQ and they have it there. They'll just put what I have. No, don't assume that. Don't just leave it up to chance. Don't hope. You don't want to leave anything to chance. You want to make sure you're telling them what it is. Make sure they're documenting what you're saying. Because listen, the examiner, at the end of the day, the examiner's there to do a job. They're not there to advocate on your behalf. They're not, your VSO. They're not your attorney. They're not none of that. So you don't want to leave anything to chance. And don't just assume that the VA rating, when they look over what the examiner put, they're just gonna assume, oh well, he meant this and he meant that. The examiner meant this, or the veteran said this, and the veteran really meant to say this. They're not there to advocate on your behalf. They're all there to do a job. That's it. You have to advocate on your own behalf. So those are 5 things. Be mindful of that. Before I get out of here, I want to remind you once again, you can get my book, Black Serviceman and Black Veteran, available right now on Amazon. Also, if you need a one-on-one coaching session, we can talk about C&P exam. I'll go more in depth, help you be prepared. This way, you can knock it out the water and get that rating that you deserve. Also, once again, please like, subscribe, share, comment. That's all I got for today. Peace.